One Zambia, one nation. Welcome to ZANIS News. Top stories in the news. France gives Zambia 25 million euros investment budget. Lusaka records over 100 cases of cholera in the last 24 hours. Absa Bank rolls out 5 million United States dollar agro credit initiative. And SDA Church opens unit to deal with plight of people living with disabilities. To present ZANIS News in detail, my name is Trust Themba. Zambia has received direct budget investment worth 25 million euros from France to be channeled towards various sectors of the economy. And President Hakainde Hichilema appreciated the bilateral and financial support from France, stating that it comes as a milestone achievement for Zambia to grow its economy. President Hichilema noted that the strengthened partnership with France is evidence of the confidence that other countries continue to have in the current administration. He said this during a signing ceremony at State House when the French Minister of State for Development, Francophone and International Partnership, Clarisola Sabohuru, paid a courtesy call on him. More in this report.
Zambia and France continue to enjoy not only bilateral relations but also financial investment partnerships. To intensify this bond, today, Zambia received support worth about 23 million euros to enhance the country's budget implementation. An investment commitment that elated President Hakainde Hichilema.
So we're very pleased as Zambia on behalf of the people of Zambia, the government, my colleagues on my left, just for you to know as a headline message that thank you very much. And I think we've been in office now 2 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, almost, ourselves. And we think that where we are in our relationship, in agreeing with you, is tremendous. And we can only make it better. And the MOUs we're signing today in the various areas are well appreciated.
President Hichilema said that France continues to outperform its support to the country.
We did discuss with President Macron in Dubai and agreed that to close the remaining official creditors that have been signed, there will be need to work harder, even harder, to accelerate that work. I believe that once it's done, Minister, it will unlock the opportunities for Zambia, with Zambia and France, with Zambia and the EU, and the rest is really just so critically important.
Excellency, today is a very important day in the sense that it marks the entrance of direct budget support from France into Zambia. It's a mark, Your Excellency, of the vision and direction you have set in terms of prudent management of the economy, the transparency and accountability that are put in there.
And French Minister of State for Development, Francophonie and International Partnerships disclosed that the aim of the support is to help Zambia find best solutions for its economic transformation agenda.
We understand, and that's why all my country and France and President Macron, very well our support, and we try through our Ministry of Treasury and with the Minister Bruno Le Maire and all the team, they are working to support and find the best solution for your country. This is important because I think that they support the Zambia economy.
Meanwhile, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation stated that the commitment from France is as a result of the high-level engagements between the two countries' presidents.
Going in France in June, and also the high-level meeting that happened in May, yes indeed, in June, Mr. President, and also the most recent one 2 weeks ago on the sidelines of COP28. Mr. President, France is a key partner for Zambia, first of all on the bilateral side, and also under the auspices of the EU.
To be signing today basically is a partnership which aims to make a comprehensive inventory of forest resources and forest ecosystems and how we should sustainably use them.
The Memorandum of Understanding includes 2 financial agreements and 2 joint declarations of intent in the areas of water and sanitation, sustainable management of the environment, critical metals and mineral support, and public finance management. Bupa Sendo for ZANIS News in Lusaka.
In Luapula Province, local authorities in Luapula Province have been cautioned against allocating land near sources of water for rivers and streams. Vision Africa Regional Network Executive Director Jackson Mwenya said if this issue is not addressed, the province will have a problem of water as most rivers will be dried up. Kennedy Chomba filed in this report.
Some human activities have no doubt contributed to climate change. This is why an environmental activist in Mansa district wants local authorities in Luapula province to avoid allocating land near rivers and streams.
We have our Mansa rivers. On the source of Mansa River is at stake. Because where the Mansa River starts from, there is a lot of human activities happening. Maybe very soon we'll be able to see Mansa River will be a history because there will be no water flowing in Mansa River. So there is a need for the authority to take a very proactive role and challenge the people who want to do some developments on the expense of the environment and polluting the water.
Another issue is that of pollution of groundwater through septic tanks.
We still have some residential areas which has been constructed along few meters, if it is not 3 or 5 meters from the upstream of our water source, which is Mansa River. And automatically, what we are saying, these residential plots have got septic tanks. These septic tanks are closer to the stream. We are talking about groundwater pollution, which is actually affecting the surface water, affecting the people downstream there, because they don't know what is happening. They just know that there is a septic tank, without understanding that the groundwater pollution have got a very serious effect.
Through collaboration, it is possible to address some of the contributing factors to climate change. Kenneth Chomba, reporting for ZANIS News in Mansa District.
And on the Copper Belt, the connection of electricity to Salamano area and Kitwe on the Copper Belt through the Rural Electrification Authority REA has cheered the resident as it has opened up avenues for business and contributed to improved way of life. REA Western Regional Manager Monga Mungo said 130 million kwacha has been pumped to improve electricity connectivity to rural areas on the Copper Belt and northwestern provinces. Details in this report.
The country's access to electricity is at about 31%, with the urban population accessing a share of 68%, while the rural population's access to power is at 4%. To bridge this gap, the Rural Electrification Authority has continued to connect rural communities to electricity. On the Copper Belt, Salamano area has benefited from the power connection. Despite being near Kitwe town, the people of Salamano area lived without having access to electricity since independence. Ever since electricity was installed, the challenge of storing perishables has ended. We are now able to enjoy fresh foodstuffs such as beef and fish. The residents are now able to have saloons, hammer mills, restaurants, and fridges to store their foodstuffs.
In the past, when we wanted to do our hair, we could only access saloons in Kansuswa area. Now that REA has connected us to the national grid, we are enjoying the benefits. We didn't have electrical appliances, such as stoves and fridges. But because of the connection to electricity, we have these appliances. I managed to open a salon, and previously I used a generator for 15 years.
Salamano Primary School head teacher is delighted about electricity connection.
We used to move all the way from here, Salamano. It's about 26 kilometers to Kitwe town. To go just to go and photocopy or to print out the material which we need to use at our school. But this time around, it's just within my office there. Everything is there. We have a computer there. We have a computer laptop there. We have a photocopier machine. We have even a printer. Everything is done just within here.
Rural Electrification Authority Western Region Manager Monga Mungo highlights the projects being done to help the people in rural areas.
20 projects comprise 13 grid development projects and 7 off-grid projects, targeting to connect a total of 2,325 beneficiaries, comprising 30 schools, 29 rural health centers, 7 other public facilities, and 2,259 households in the 2 provinces at a total budget of 130 million.
Government has set the goal for universal access to electricity for all Zambians by 2030, and the project, such as Salamano Electricity Connection, will help to attain the target. Tovini Ngombe, ZANIS, Kitwe.
We take a break, and when we come back, join us for more stories. Keep watching.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, ZANIS TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
Welcome back. In health news, Lusaka province has recorded 108 cholera patients admitted in various cholera treatment centers and 70 discharged in the last 24 hours. Provincial Minister Shio Muliata has since cautioned residents to take precautionary measures to stop the further spread of disease. Details in this report by Jonathan Mukoka.
Lusaka has continued recording an upsurge in cholera cases, with 23 new cases recorded in the last 24 hours. The area has also recorded 2 deaths in the last 24 hours in Lusaka district, with 108 cholera patients admitted in various cholera treatment centers and 70 discharged. Affected areas include Chawama, Mandevu, Chipata, and Matero, other Sakanyama, and Chilenje. Lusaka Province Minister Sheo Muliata was speaking in Lusaka in a speech read on her behalf by Lusaka Province Permanent Secretary Robert Kamalata during the official opening of the 4th quarter Provincial Development and Coordinate Committee (PDCC) meeting, has since called on residents in the area to observe high standards of personal hygiene and reduce on unnecessary movements in order to halt the further spread of the disease.
Actually, for a long time, the numbers have been increasing, and therefore we are requesting to avoid even going in places where there are large gatherings.
A cholera treatment center has since been opened at Levi Mwanawasa Teaching Hospital, with horror rehydration centers opened at various centers in Lusaka as Provincial Minister calls for heightened sensitization of the public on the disease outbreak. Meanwhile, Ms. Muliata has called on the provincial heads of departments and other stakeholders to build on successes of 2023 as they tackle challenges that lie ahead in 2024.
Let us work together to build on our successes of 2023 and tackle the challenges that lie ahead. Let us resilient and committed to our mission of improving the lives of our citizens and making sure that our province a better place for all.
Jonathan reporting for ZANIS News in Lusaka.
In other news, a non-government organization has employed the government to invest more resources towards the fight against gender-based violence, GBV, which has kept on increasing, especially in rural areas. In an interview with ZANIS, Hope Worldwide Country Director Doreen Walia, whose organization has financially supported the fight against the vice in Monze district for 3 years, noted that GBV can only be won with concerted efforts from all stakeholders. And Senior Chief Monze has also joined calls for practical efforts and not mere rhetoric in fighting GBV across the country.
Encouragement to to the government is that they continue working hard to curb the vice, and that they need to invest their resources, especially in the aspect of building safe houses for the GBV survivors, because this is an issue that is ongoing. What I've said is that the investment, it's not just only about financial investment, it's also about time. We want the communities to lead this, to take a proactive role in reporting GBV cases. And even religious leaders, they need to take the forum in their churches to talk about GBV, disseminate information if we have to win the fight against GBV.
We take another break, and when we come back, Absa Bank rolls out $5 million United States dollars agro credit initiative. Stay tuned.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, ZANIS TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
Welcome back. You're still watching ZANIS News. And in agriculture, Absa Bank has allocated $5 million United States dollars and operationalized the Agriculture Credit Window Initiative. Absa Bank Managing Director Ms. Ngamelu said the partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture is evidence of the bank's commitment to supporting government efforts in promoting sustainable agriculture and ensuring food security. Ms. Melu said this during the operationalization of the Agriculture Credit Window Initiative under the Sustainable Agriculture Financing Facility Memorandum of Understanding between the Ministry of Agriculture and the Absa Bank. She said this in a speech read on her behalf by Absa Bank Business Banking Director Bruce Jani and the Minister of Agriculture and Permanent Secretary Technical Services Gwini Mbozi is delighted that the Absa Bank has commenced the operationalization of the Agriculture Credit Window Initiative. Mr. Mbozi said government and Absa Bank signed a memorandum of understanding aimed at uplifting the small and medium farmers and advancing the agriculture sector.
Wishing all the best as you
The small and medium-scale farmers form the backbone of our agricultural landscape, toiling tirelessly to feed our nation and beyond. Yet they often face various challenges, particularly in accessing financial resources. With this joint effort between our government and the private sector through the banking system, we aim to bridge this gap of empowering our farmers with financial tools that will enable them to enhance productivity, adopt modern techniques, and ultimately improve their livelihoods. In the past, why facilities like these have died a natural death is because we always took it as an independence gift we never repaid. I think that we have seen the effects of that. For a long time, we have not had a loan scheme in agriculture, and therefore we have discussed with our colleagues in the banking sector, in the financial sector, to give it a try again. And this time around, our appeal to the farming community is that can we ensure that we pay back what we borrow? It is the monies that we pay back to these lending institutions that are again used in subsequent years to get more loans.
As Absa Bank, we are proud to be participating in the inaugural agriculture credit window under the Sustainable Agriculture Financing Facility this farming season, where we will be providing seasonal loans to small-scale farmers with our participation up to $5 million kwacha equivalent. Today's ceremony reaffirms our commitment in supporting the government's agriculture development agenda thereby ensuring food security.
And a young poultry farmer from Monza district has encouraged fellow youths to grab the many empowerment programs provided by government to venture into entrepreneurship to improve their lives, thereby contributing to the social and economic development of the country. Mwemba Mijelo, who is keeping more than 2,000 broiler chickens, has employed 8 people, says it is vital for youths to desist from waiting for white-collar jobs from the government, but to get into entrepreneurship and make money for themselves. Let's get the details in this report.
Government has persistently encouraged citizens to take advantage of the loan empowerment facilities as springboard to better their lives. Mwemba Mijelo of Monza district is one of the youths who has seized the opportunity by getting a loan from the Citizenship Economic Empowerment Commission, CEEC, to venture into chicken rearing.
I started this project when I was still in university in the year 2020. I saw an opportunity in the post. CEEC was offering loans, and that's how I applied for a loan, and CEEC granted me a 500,000 kwacha. The 100,000 went in my personal account. The 250,000 kwacha went to Kandondo stores where I was going to be getting my chickens and feed from. The government has made a conducive environment for young people like us to thrive. As I said, through CEEC, through CDF, Constituency Developmental Funds.
Mwemba, who is only 23 years old, encouraged youths in the country to grab many opportunities provided by the government to improve their lives.
My advice is that before you think of getting a loan, make sure that the business that you are about to start, that you are really sure that it's going to bring you profit, that you are really 100% sure that in as much as CEC will be on your neck trying to deduct that money from your account, you are sure to say that you'll be able to pay within a given time. So I'm urging people that are failing to pay, or even those that haven't yet applied, to first sit down, have strategy when it comes to the business, have more knowledge before you commence the business.
Presumably, the call for youths to venture into entrepreneurship is timely, as the government has created a conducive environment for business to thrive. Frederick Macha for ZANIS News in Monza District, Southern Province.
More in the news. The Caputo Town Council has expressed happiness with the utilization of Constituency Development Fund (CDF) empowerment funds by beneficiaries in the district. Deputy Council Secretary Ernest Kasonde also disclosed that the injection of funds to cooperatives and the business community under the CDF empowerment funds will help grow the local economy. Raymond Chalata filed in this report.
The coming of the Constituency Development Fund CDF Empowerment Funds has helped to transform the economy of Kaputa District. This is because many people are now accessing cheaper source of financing to expand their businesses. The local authority is happy with how the beneficiaries of the CDF Empowerment Funds are utilizing the money.
Loans and bursaries are changing the lives of people in Zambia, and in particular Kaputa district. So the intention, it's a game changer. Their lives are changing on a daily basis. That put the money to good use, because the government has given them the privilege. This is a great opportunity for them to change their livelihood, starting from the household, even in the community.
Beneficiaries have thanked government for its efforts in bettering the lives of the people through the CDF empowerment.
And I'm really grateful and thankful for the empowerment, because it has really helped me a lot. Without it, I think this time I was going to be done and dusted, because we have now making our own sausages here in Kaputa because of the CDF. We have so many equipments that the CDF has provided unto us. This time around, it's really a big company because of the CDF.
Uwafurisho kupitira muri CDF. Kwati ine ndetotera sana na wanga fu hapa kuru sana. Na napali ndaka ni mbamba bwino sana. Kozi nangu kuchikulwa chali ona yake sana. Ere bampeleka kangweke ne kubuteko. Nalisa mbuku wa michikulwa apanda kachiri bwino sana. Nde na business ilisho bwino sana na wanga hapa kuru sana. Kali epa shiri pa kuleka. Sansa kula minister wesu ba Elvis Ngandu. Kutetera ko uwafurisho wa CDF.
Raymond Chalata reporting for ZANIS in Kaputa District, Northern Province.
In other news, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources has signed a memorandum of understanding with the University of Zambia to offer a diploma course in Geographical Information Services. Ministry of Lands Permanent Secretary Daphne Chabu said the training in GIS has been pursued at foreign university at a high cost, that the ministry chose to work with the University of Zambia to introduce the program and make it affordable. Mrs. Chabu added that the Ministry of Lands has a huge task of offering efficient services in land administration in the country and is hopeful that the course will help to bridge the gap in GIS and improve service delivery. And University of Zambia Acting Vice Chancellor Boniface Namangala said the university is ready to start implementing the program through distance and virtual learning platforms. Professor Namangala said UNZA's core value is responding to the needs of society and that the training program will help the ministry's staff acquire knowledge in the field and access to technology. He has since tasked the university's Department of Geography to start developing a degree program in geographical information services so that graduates from diploma program can pursue it.
At present, there is no college or university in this country offering diploma programs in geographic information systems, GIS, such that professionals in this field have to travel abroad for training. This has proved to be a challenge in terms of financial resources in order to sustain such training programs. My ministry decided to explore the possibility of partnering with a local institution. This led us to the University of Zambia, which, as we all know, is one of the highest and most reliable learning institutions.
Delivery of this program will be via the distance mode. Makes it very convenient to the staff that register to pursue their studies, who will advance themselves academically while they continue providing the usual necessary service at your ministry, yes, without any disruption. The university is committed to ensuring that the diploma program starts as soon as possible to bridge your human resource gap. Since the MOU we are celebrating for today is for a diploma program, I wish to take this opportunity to direct the Department of Geography and Environmental Studies through the Dean, School of Natural Sciences, to start making appropriate preparations to develop a degree program in Geographical Information System, GIS. This will make it easy for the people who acquire the diploma in GIS to come back and pursue a Bachelor of Science in GIS.
In Lusaka Province, the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Lusaka has emulated the government's inclusion policy by opening an Adventist Possibility Department in its church ministry. The department will look into the plight and affairs of the people living with various disabilities in the church. Lusaka Conference Adventist Possibility Ministry Director Goliath Naini says the church has a huge responsibility of ensuring that government's policies are implemented for the benefit of the public through supplementing its effort of not leaving anyone behind. Mijalo Mwemba now reports.
People living with various types of disabilities are entitled to enjoy life the best way they can and live a positive and healthy life, just like any other person. The government has a policy of not leaving anyone behind through inclusiveness in all sectors of society. And this goal can only be achieved when different stakeholders come on board to supplement government's effort. In line with government's inclusion policy, the Seventh-day Adventist Church has introduced a department to look at the plight and affairs of the people living with disabilities, known as the Adventist Possibility Department.
The church coming up with this department actually is based on that very inclusiveness. We know very well that what the government is doing, we as a church are supposed to supplement. So whatever the government is putting in place, we are there to support as a church and even to lead out, because the church is there where the people are.
The introduction of the sign language services and lessons to the congregants through the Adventist Possibility Department has excited the members.
My advice to my deaf brothers and sisters is that we need to pay attention to the programming of the church. I understand some may not be interested. We may leave them, but we cannot stop encouraging them. We need to create space in our churches so that all of our brothers and sisters are included.
Dr. Elvis Mfula, born and living with albinism, gives a word of hope to people living with disabilities.
I want you to remember that you are a product of God's glory. Amen? If you forget anything about what I have said today, this you should not forget. You are not a mistake. You are born of God's image, and you are there to testify over what God can do. Amen.
The Seventh-day Adventist Church held a big Sabbath at Zambia Institute of Special Education, ZANIS, with the people living with various disabilities. Mijelo Mwemba reporting for ZANIS in Lusaka.
Finally, in sports news, Kitwe District Administration Officer Mwamba Mulenga has employed the newly instituted District Sports Advisory Committee to engage in intensive sports talent identification that will help improve sports in the country. Mulenga said it is important to promote equity and inclusion through sports programs at all levels, leaving no one behind. Speaking in Kitwe during the induction workshop for the Kitwe District Sports Advisory Committee, Mulenga said there is a need to enhance community sports programs, which encourages community participation in different sport disciplines without discrimination. He said the government acknowledges the importance of sports, hence raising of the budgetary allocation in the 2024 national budget to ensure the promotion and strengthening of sports participation by Zambians at local and international levels. Kitwe District Sports Advisory Committee Chairperson Laston Simwinga said the committee will endeavor to conduct intensive talent identification as it works to improve sports in the district. Simwinga also said that the committee will not discriminate against anyone with a potential in any sport activity so as to improve the lives of those talents in various sports. That piece on sports brings us to the end of our news, but before we go, a recap of our top stories. France gives Zambia 23 million euros investment budget. Lusaka records over 100 cases of cholera in the last 24 hours. Absa Bank rolls out $5 million United States dollar agro credit initiative. And SDHH opens unit to deal with the plight of people living with disability. Thank you so much for watching ZANIS News. On behalf of the entire ZANIS production team, I've been your presenter, Trust Bemba. For now, it's goodbye.